It's amazing what going in will do for you. I was ready to stay there another moment or two. It's good to be with all of you this morning. Many old friends, some new friends today. I have to tell you that I've had some significant experiences in this building. Years ago when I was in high school, I played an upright piano. I think it was it maybe in the other room or was it in here?
It was in here. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my school friend Mary Reese sang "Drink to Me Only with Thine Eyes," and I played the upright for that. But even more significant to my life, my husband John Gray and I had our first date in this building, December 18th, 1972. Some friends and I rented the church for a holiday party, and it was the day school got out. It was a Friday. I had only met him 2 days before at Clyde Phillips where he was working. My sister had told me I needed to go there shopping, and I said, well, I finished my Christmas shopping, and she said, you need to go to Clyde Phillips, and I did, and that's where I met John. And we had this party. We had a potluck, we had a band, we had some wine. But anyway, and we were told that we needed to have some adult chaperones, so some of you may remember Mike and Jan Farmer. Well, they sat in the kitchen and drank coffee for the duration of the party, and John and I have been married 44 years, so thank you for helping us get a good start right here. I have had the honor of working with Alzheimer's Tennessee now for about a year. The organization came into being 35 years ago when some Tennesseans and physicians in East Tennessee knew that there was a great need for support of families affected by dementia, Alzheimer's, and the other dementias. And so they came together and became a chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. About 8 years ago, there was a ruling, if you will, a requirement set by the national office that monies raised everywhere in the association be sent to their Chicago office, and that local boards be disbanded. At that point, some East Tennesseans said, you know, we believe that we can better serve our friends and families because we know them. We want to invest in our local state, and with that and a lot of work and prayer, I know, they disaffiliated from the Alzheimer's Association. The same thing happened nationwide. There were groups who felt that they could better serve their local friends and families if they could have their resources and invest them in programming and support for families where they were. So this happened, like I say, in places all over the country. So we have an office in Knoxville, one in Cookeville, one in Johnson City, Nashville, and this one came into being, like I say, a little over a year ago. We are all about serving one another, as you all serve each other here in this wonderful fellowship. We are about supporting families affected by all the dementias. We are about educating families and healthcare professionals. We are about advocating for legislation that is supportive of families. Cynthia is our legislative person for this office. She is involved in our public policy committee, and we recently had a big push in Nashville to help get some legislation passed that would benefit all of us. And so far, so good. We had over 120 people from Alzheimer's Tennessee to converge in Nashville, and we very tirelessly visited with all of our elected officials so that we could say, we need help, and this state needs a plan. And we're very happy, as I say, to know that this legislation is going forward. Cynthia set up all of our appointments for our Middle Tennessee representatives, senators, and there were folks from West Tennessee. We don't have a group there yet, but there were many from East Tennessee, and again, we all came together to say, please, please pass these particular bills so that we could have an advisory board added to the Commission on Aging and Disability. And I think, as far as I know, we just lack a few little steps, and it will be signed into law. Is that right, Cynthia? Okay. So we appreciate her. She does a lot of things in our office, and she encourages me a lot. We live on the same street, but we rarely see each other on the street, so I'm glad you're here today, and I know your friends are glad you're here. And she is a wonderful help and such a positive person in my life, and I'm very grateful to you for that. I really am. We also advocate in Washington, and we have someone who's there all the time keeping us informed. Our CEO president, Janice Wade Whitehead, makes visits to Washington, and we were very happy when we learned that some budgetary increases have been made for research, and those research dollars go to the National Institutes of Health. In Tennessee, our research dollars go to research at the University of Tennessee. So again, everything we raise, every donation we receive, and I want to thank you all for a donation I've been given this morning, that all stays in Tennessee. And there are projects, there are studies going on all over the place. I want to tell you about a study that is really important. It's called the Generation Study, and it's happening nationwide, and we are looking for a prevention of Alzheimer's. And the closest site to us for the study is Vanderbilt, the Center for Cognitive Medicine, and I'm actually enrolled in the study. It's for people who are between 60 and 75 years of age, who don't have a diagnosis themselves, but someone close to them may have a diagnosis of some kind of dementia. And so I will be going between 4 and 7 years there to be checked and to be part of the program. If any of you would like to participate, it would really be wonderful. It takes 6 million people nationwide to come up with 4,000 who are appropriate for this study. So we need as many volunteers to go and be part of it. It doesn't cost anything but time. A cheek swab is done, and genetic testing. I have had that done. I've had a big battery of questions, psychological assessment done. I'm supposed to be having an MRI next. They're looking for the amount of amyloid in my brain. If I have too much or too little, I am not appropriate for the study. So it's very stringent, and it's very, very important. So we are part of that. We also have to do some fundraising. You mentioned your yard sale. I got in trouble at a yard sale here years ago. I was here too long. I think I spent too much too. But anyway, we do get funding, we get grants, but we are here in Tullahoma are working to raise some money too. We've been supported all this year. Catherine Murray had one of her wonderful shows to help us last year, and we are having a yard sale this coming Saturday, hoping to have good weather at our office, 207 North Jackson Street. We have a big porch, so if it rains, we'll just stack up the porch with goodies, okay? Also, on May 11th, that's the Saturday before Mother's Day, we are having the Purple Olympics. This is the first time the Purple Olympics have happened that we know of in Tennessee. And we wanted to set ourselves apart from other walks because a lot of organizations have walks. So we decided to do something a little different, and we will have torch bearers who will carry our torch from our office to the high school track. The band's some of the band members are coming out to play the Olympic theme, and we will have a parade around the track of people who are teens or survivors, people living with dementia at our high school. We'll have games for children, we will have brain games, and we will have physical activity, including adult tricycle races. Seriously, we have 5 adult tricycles that'll be there. And so if you'd like to come out on the track and do that, we'd love to have you. We will also have some wheelchair relays. We're going to have some human tic-tac-toe on the field. We'll have some softball throws, cornhole in one, this type of thing. So, and Bill Baxter, who is quite a big trivia participant, has organized what we hope will be a massive trivia game in the bleachers. You all are known for winning trivia. So, I mean, I should go ahead and count out the gold medals. But seriously, I mean, we're giving out medals. And they're metal, too. They're not plastic. But, yeah. So, if y'all would like to come and play trivia, let us know, because it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a good selection of questions to challenge you. And also, we're going to have timed jigsaw puzzles being put together of the state of Tennessee and of the counties. Well, there won't be 95 pieces, but there will be pieces, and cell phones are not allowed. So no lifelines to help you put your puzzle together. But we want to have fun. We want to raise awareness. We want to encourage people to come out and have fun and to know that we're here, and that's what that's about. We also have support groups in the community. We have one that has been meeting in our office on the 3rd Monday of every month. It's called Food for Thought, because we're meeting at noon, and we encourage people to bring a sack lunch. We have just moved this group to Morning Point in order for loved ones to receive care and lunch while their care partners are in the meeting. So Morning Point is hosting it. We're still sponsoring the meeting, but again, it's the 3rd Monday of every month, and your loved one can have lunch in the lantern with activity, and care partners can have lunch, which is provided by Morning Point, and enjoy discussion and hopefully get some helpful information on how to care for your loved one. So that's the 3rd Monday at noon at Morning Point. And we're starting a new evening group because not everyone is available to come to a support group in the middle of the day. So we're going to have an evening support group at our office, and it will be the first Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock. We try to do things early enough that you don't get into an uncomfortable situation. So that will be June 6th. During June, we're going to have some activities on the porch. This past year we had the Christmas parade porch party. This June we're going to have whittling and picking on the porch. And we will have music the 4 Tuesday nights of June, and we'd love for you to come over, enjoy some good music and fun. We'll probably have some lemonade or ice cream and music there. And again, if it rains, we can just all be on the porch together. I'd love to set up some croquet on the little lawn there between our building and Roper's. I still want to call it Shepherd's Chevrolet from way back. But anyway, we want to have a good time. This is something we thought all of us could enjoy. And again, it would be about 6 o'clock, so we don't get into sundowning too late. So that's what's happening in our immediate future. We also will have a training class called Alzheimer's 101 on July 9th. We had one here this year. We also had a clergy training, and we are going to have our next class in Winchester. That's July 9th, and it will go from about 8:30 till 1. There is a charge for it. It'll probably be about $20, but that will include lunch and all the materials. And we will have professional people talking about the different facets of Dementia and Care. So that's coming up July 9th. We also have, for healthcare providers and social workers and really anyone who wants to attend a symposium, that happens in August in Maryville, at Maryville College, and we will have wonderful speakers discussing the latest research, where we are in this attempt to prevent or cure Alzheimer's and other dementias. We also, for those of you who are interested in FTD, and I had to learn that didn't mean the little Cupid that flies for floral deliveries. It's very serious, frontotemporal dementia. And so there will be a lecture on that in Knoxville, and that's coming up in July, I believe. So we try to provide the education locally and statewide. We try to advocate. We also are big proponents of brain health. What are you all doing for your brain and your general health? How much water are you drinking? I don't drink enough, but we must hydrate our bodies to have good brain function and heart function and the whole schmear. We really do need to drink a lot of water every day. So we're big proponents of that. We also are encouraging people to get lots of exercise. I know you do. Do most of you all get good exercise every week? No? Some of us are more sedentary than others. Jancy's a good dancer. I love to watch her dance. And that's a fun way to exercise, isn't it? You're still swimming, aren't you, Lucy?
Leading water exercise.
That's wonderful. But we all need to get our bodies moving. And we need to keep our brains busy, too. Many of us like to read, we like to work crosswords, we like to do jigsaws, we like to do Sudoku, we like to do all that. I challenge you to take up a new habit. Is there a language you always wanted to learn? Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I may have to relearn.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist. He's been putting up with my silly German a long time. Or a new instrument. You're never too old to learn. So if you want to pick up an instrument, that would be so good for your brain. Anything you can do to paint, right? And not only is it good for your brain, I think it's good for your good emotional health to express on canvas, or singing, or playing, or however you play a lot. That's great. It really, I think it can be very cathartic. And it's also very important to stay socially connected. Here you are. The ones of you I know are very social. You are involved in the arts, you're involved in wonderful things in the community, and you have discussions, deep or wide or whatever. So all of these things are positive. We all need each other. We are interdependent beings, and we need to be together. Yes. So if we have social connection, we have brain activity, new brain activity, physical activity, then what are we feeding these bodies? I have a terrible addiction to sweets, I'll tell you. I snuck into the Sonic last night, and I'm hoping that nobody really sees me. But it's true. But if we eat healthy, we are doing our bodies a great favor. And we do recommend the Mediterranean diet. Anything that's a whole food, not processed, is going to be the best for you. Lots of fruits and vegetables. Of course, the darker ones or the bright ones are the best for us. And so let's really think about what we're putting in our bodies. Really think as I chomp down another jelly bean or whatever's left. Bright colors too. No.
The red ones.
I'm telling on myself. But seriously, we must think about these things and then put those thoughts into action. You know, if we walk to the market, and eat locally grown produce, we're doing ourselves a favor. If we buy flowers out there and we go out in our yard and we plant those flowers, we're doing our bodies a favor and our brain. Maybe we even research what kind of soil we need for them. There's so many things we can do. This year, for fun and to try to expand my brain a little bit, I became interested in Kentucky basketball. I'm not an athlete, I helped raise an athlete, but I decided I wanted to learn about a new group of people. So I tried to learn their numbers, their names, their histories, watch for those shots. And of course we were sad when they didn't go any farther, but they had a great season and it was fun. So that was a fun way for me to learn something new. And all of us can do that. Do y'all have any questions about anything I've said or what we're about here?
Well, we have talk back afterwards,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's when we'll get
Oh.
you.
I think I'll have to get something stronger like coffee or tea. But really, I just want you all to know we're here. We do family consults. I can go into a home and, you know, here's a good example, and nothing personal, okay? You don't want cords like this around so somebody can trip over it. So I can go into a home with an extra set of eyes and look around and make sure that things are safe. I'm trying to acquire as much information as I can so that when someone calls me and says, I need someone to care for my mother, who can you suggest? Now I'll tell you, here, I have a lot of information for Coffee County, but when someone from Giles County calls me, I have to say, let me get back with you in a couple of days because I have to do some digging. We are serving all of South Central Tennessee out of our Tullahoma office. And we want to have a good firm anchor here before we expand out. Yes, I've been into the other counties, but we're really wanting to grow a solid base here and then move into the others. So I hope I haven't forgotten any of our components of education support and good brain health. I think all of us get concerned about ourselves when we can't remember something. And I believe that our brains are pretty full and they really do take good care of us. If we start missing a lot of missing information, if we have speech issues, we may want to get it checked. The thing is, so many things can go wrong physically that can be fixed. You know, we could have a blood pressure problem that makes a difference. We could have a UTI that makes us crazy. Things like these can be treated, and hopefully it's something that's very simple that can be treated. But if we have, if we start losing what's called executive function, or yes, I know this is a glass of water, but what if I didn't? If I didn't know what to do with it, how to drink it? And for some people that becomes an issue. So be aware of the way things are going with yourself. Get regular checkups. And again, we all know that we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and if we just need to take the very best care we can of our bodies so that we do have good brain health for as long as possible. So I surely have enjoyed talking with this morning, and I will get myself refortified for the talk back.